Okay, guys, here we go once again. Actually, this time we are playing black color. So let me flip up the board. Yes. So guys, you are playing with the black pieces here. How to proceed to win this position using or applying today's topic, today's concept, which is the blockade. Here we go. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to dive deeper, to think. Take your time. Feel free to think about it. And please get back with the best plan. Raise your hand once you find the full answer. Okay, my mic was muted. Sorry, my mistake. We have one hand raised, which is Chris. Okay, just hold on, Chris, for a moment to give the remaining players a chance to think about it. Two hands now, but of course, guys, I will pick your hands. I will give you the chance by priority. I mean, I will pick Chris first. After that, Ashai, and so on. I mean, I will follow the order.
Bishop takes pawn on g2.
Sorry, Chris.
Bishop takes pawn on
Okay, I will give you the chance. I'll give you the chance to answer. Just hold on for a moment, please. Give them a little bit more time to think about it. But the first one I will choose is Chris. But not now, please. Just hold on. Okay, I got the third hand, Niraja. So, guys, my rule is always, once I get the third hand, I go to pick the first hand. So the first hand was Chris. Yes, Chris. Now you can unmute your mic and give your answer, please.
Knight f4.
Okay, not f4, not capturing a pawn on g2, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, this is your move. What's the idea behind, Chris? Can you analyze with me, please?
The plan is that if pawn takes bishop, then knight to h3 check, king to h1, and then queen takes pawn checkmate.
Okay, so what? Yeah, okay, that's great. So what if? So your idea is okay. After knight f4, what if I capture the bishop?
Then I'll do knight to h3 check.
Knight into h3 check. Okay. Of course, you are here expecting king h1. So your idea is correct. But what if king g2?
If king g2, then knight to f4.
Knight to f4 check once again. Okay, I'll get back. So it's just
then queen takes pawn on f3.
Queen takes pawn on f3. Now this is your threat, checkmate in one. Protected by the knight, so I have to remove this knight. So how to proceed here? I think now there's no checkmate, right?
Yeah, true.
Because you lost your bishop and also your knight. A very nice try by Chris. Thank you, Chris. Let's take the other hand. Of course, it's a nice try, but there's even a more precise answer. So let's find out. This is our starting position, guys. Remove the arrows. And let's go for Ashai. Yes, Ashai?
So my idea was the same.
Okay, knight f4.
Yes, knight f4.
What if I simply capture your bishop?
If we capture the bishop, then we'll do pawn takes f3.
Pawn takes first?
Yes.
Pawn takes. So your threat now is maybe queen h3, right?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, yeah, it looks scary. But what if king h1 now? I'm just trying to bring my rook to protect the checkmate here. Once you come to h3 with your queen, right? So guys, just a gentle reminder, please keep your cameras off. Yeah, keep your mics muted and your cameras off, please. Just to focus as much as you can. Don't get distracted by looking at your cameras, please. Thanks for cooperation and understanding. So for those only who are trying to answer, just unmute your mic and let me hear from you. Now it's Ashai's turn. So now, Ashai, do you have any continuation here, or you just give up here? What do you think? So once again, Ashai.
There's no continuation.
Yeah, once you go knight f4, I will capture your bishop, right?
Yes.
After that, you'll capture back with your pawn. And now this is your serious threat here, queen h3, of course. I have to meet it with king h1, just preparing rook g1 once you come to checkmate me. So I have a resource, right? I have like a sufficient defense. Okay, thank you, Ashai, for your try. So far, so good, guys. So let's go back to our starting position. Okay, let's pick Niraja. Yes, Niraja, what's your answer here?
Bishop captures g2.
Bishop capture g2. Okay, it's another a new line. So let me find out your threat here. Bishop capture g2. What if king capture?
Knight to f4 check.
Knight to f4 check. Of course, if I go king h1, I will get checkmated because there is a check.
Yes.
So it will come. Yeah, it will come with a tempo. King g1. Yeah, queen g2 checkmate. So I have to avoid that by just making this check with king g1. And now?
And now knight to h3 check.
Knight to h3 check. Once again, I can't go king h1 because of this
Checkmate.
checkmate. So I have to meet this check with simply, sorry, just a moment. Technical issue. Yes, check. So if I go here, this is checkmate. So I have to go check. I have to go here. So your idea here is to bring your knight here with a check. Yes. So if I go here, there's checkmate, and also if I go here, how can you proceed?
If we move here, I would give knight to f4 check.
Knight to f4 check. Okay, it's like a repetition, right? King g1 again.
Then queen to h3.
Queen to h3. This is your threat. Queen g2 checkmate, right?
Yes.
But you gave me the chance. Now you unpin my bishop, right? You unpin my bishop. So now my bishop is able to capture. Before, my bishop can't capture because it's pinned, right?
Yes.
It's absolutely pinned. So now I can simply capture your knight for free. Thanks for the knight, for the free knight, yeah?
Yes.
So do you have any continuation here, or you just give up here?
What if the knight goes to e2 check?
Okay, knight e2 check. Here, right? Okay, maybe, of course, not here, not king h1, right? Once again, because of this checkmate. So, guys, I have to go king h2. Then?
So queen to f3 check.
Queen to f3 check, only move, king, king h3.
Then knight to f4 check.
Knight to f4 check. Wow. Okay, now I'm forced to
Move to h4.
Yes. And then?
Queen to h5 checkmate.
Wow. Very, very good analysis by Niraja. Look at this checkmate, guys. This is called king hunt. So Niraja could just hunt the king from its own castle or its own house. So to get checkmated on h5 square. So look at this, guys. Bishop g2 could meet the king, but actually there is even better defense. So just a moment, guys. Let's analyze that. And oh, sorry for that. Just a moment. Okay, can you see my chessboard now, right? Okay, so let's dive deeper. So guys, if bishop g2, so stay with me, Niraja. Let's analyze one more sideline. Actually, it's the main line against your attack. So what if knight d2, Niraja? Just covering this square. Look at this. Just covering this mating square. How can you proceed here? Yes, Niraja.
Can I capture the rook?
You just capture the rook.
Yeah.
Oh.
I get material.
Okay, so what knight takes? Now I could
Then-
survive, yeah?
Then knight to f4.
Knight to f4. Maybe queen takes e4.
And then knight to h3.
Knight to
Check.
h3. Okay,
Check.
maybe king g2 maybe, right?
Then I capture the queen.
You capture
Check.
the queen, I will capture back with my knight.
Then I can retreat the knight back to g5.
Yes, okay. I will capture on g5.
Then I capture back with a pawn.
Yeah, okay. So now can you check the material balance? How many pieces do you have? Only 2 rooks as black, right? How many pieces
Yeah.
for white? 1, 2, 3.
3.
So there are 2 minor pieces for the rook, right? Which means, yeah, white is better here.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, how many pawns with black? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many pawns for white? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right?
Yes.
So there is an extra pawn as well. This means, guys, in terms of material balance, white is better. White is winning the game, right? So bishop takes g2 actually is not the main winning line. Yes, you could find some checkmate pattern, but actually you are anticipating or you are just waiting for some inaccurate defense from your opponent. But what if your opponent found the best defense? How can you proceed? So this means in Niraja that bishop takes g2 doesn't work for you, right?
Yes.
Because of this resource, knight d2 is a very excellent defensive resource for white. So actually, there's no good continuation for black in this position. So thank you, Niraja, for this excellent analysis. But there is even a better continuation for black, actually. So guys, this is our starting position. So what do you think, guys? Should I reveal the answer here? Or you still need more time to, to share with me your answers? What do you think? Should I tell you the answer now? Or you need more time to try? What do you think? I think I should reveal the answer so we can... okay, Abdulkader is saying yes. Okay, so yeah, it's time to reveal the answer so we can take more examples, right? So we can manage our time properly, right? Okay, guys. So here we go. Actually, I think some of you found the key move here, which is knight f4. Yes? Taking the advantage of the fact that he can't capture my knight. Otherwise, there is a checkmate in 1, correct? So, yeah, my knight is untouchable in this position. And at the same time, I put too much pressure here, guys. Too much pressure over this guy here on g2, right? So how can white proceed here? If he captures my bishop, right? So guys, you went like this check, which is not correct. And also you went for pawn takes pawn, which is not the most precise. But actually there is a stunning move here, which is, yes, queen h3, threatening this checkmate in 1. If he captures your knight, so now there is no checkmate in 1. Actually, you have this additional resource. So now your checkmate in 1 is unstoppable. There's no good defense against that. Right, guys? So in this line, yeah, there is a forcing checkmate, right? So let's go back. So after knight f4, he can't capture your bishop, right, guys? Hopefully you got this. So what else, guys? What if, now the main line, what if white played any random move? Any random move, like, for example...
Knight to h2.
Sorry?
h2.
What's h2?
h3.
h3 with the knight or with what?
For white, the pawn instead of queen to d2.
So you go to h3 with your knight or with your queen?
Sir, what I mean by is that could you just make the queen back to e1?
Okay, I got your point. So what if your white played h3, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will get back to this. Okay, very good question by whom? By Ashai or by...
Chris Leo.
Chris Leo. Okay, thank you, Chris, for the good question. So guys, I will get back to this point. But for now, what if your opponent just played any random move like this? Queen d2. How can you proceed here, guys? Actually, you have checkmate in 2 moves. Who can find checkmate in 2? Raise your hand once you find. Okay, I have 2 hands here. Oh, 3 hands. Okay, I will go for Abdulkader.
Queen to f3. Queen
A3?
queen to h3.
Ah, yes, H3. Okay, Niraja, do you agree with this move?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. And Ashai, was this your answer also?
Yes.
Okay, so far so great. Okay, that's amazing, guys, that you could see this, actually, this brilliant move. Look at this, guys. Queen H3, sacrificing your queen. Actually, yeah, you have to see the point behind this. Of course, if you, yeah, this is your threat to capture G2 with checkmate. So I think he's forced to capture your queen. But once he captured your queen, now your bishop is open up. See, look at this. Your bishop is controlling all squares around the king. So now knight takes H3, the checkmate, right? So what is mate called, guys? Who knows the name of this checkmate pattern? So let's learn more checkmate patterns.
Knight and bishop checkmate.
Sorry?
Knight and bishop checkmate.
Knight and bishop checkmate? No, there is a name. It's not a knight and bishop checkmate. But please raise your hand, Chris. Whenever you want to answer, just raise your hand. Don't unmute your mic like that. Okay, so thanks, Chris. Abdulkader, what is the name of this checkmate pattern? Do you know? Okay, so your hand is down now. So guys, just for your reference, this checkmate is called suffocation mate. This checkmate is called suffocation mate. So guys, whenever you have checkmate with a single knight, I mean, if all the white pieces are like that, for example, if all the white pieces like here, I mean, if the knight is here and the other rook is here, I mean, all the white pieces is just blocking and occupying all the squares around the king. So checkmate with only a single knight, it's called smothered mate. It's called smothered mate. But if a checkmate with a knight and you need the cooperation and you need the help from other pieces of your own color, like this, in this case, your bishop is controlling this and that, G2 and H1 squares. So the knight now cannot checkmate, I mean, lonely. It needs the help from the bishop. So with this help, the checkmate pattern name changes from smothered into suffocation. So in this case, it's called suffocation because there is some helper for the knight. If there's no helper, so the knight can, like a single knight can checkmate, it's called smothered. But here, the knight is not single. There is a helper, so it's called suffocation mate. Please memorize those names, guys. Okay? So today we took like hook mate, the previous one example, and in this example we have the suffocation mate. So please try to just keep in your mind those checkmate patterns. It's good to improve your chess knowledge. Okay, it's very good to memorize those. Of course, we have a lot. I mean, we have many checkmate pattern names. So it's good for you to get more and more in your memory, right? Okay, guys. So this is the main line, knight f4, and any random move. Of course, you have this mating threat, right? This stunning mating threat. And of course, the checkmate in one is unavoidable, right? This is your checkmate threat. Of course, he's forced to capture. And now, suffocation mate, knight takes h3. Okay, guys. So, any question here, guys? Any confusion? Yes, Chris?
Sir, I asked you to like show what is h3.
Okay, yeah, okay. I will get back to your question, of course. Thanks for that. So here, guys, what if h3? A question by Chris. What do you think, Chris, here, if you are black? What's your decision here? What's your best try?
I don't know.
Okay, let me explain to you. What if knight takes h3 check? Of course, if you capture my knight, I will capture back. Now I have double threat, checkmate on g2 and h1, right?
Yes.
So this means white cannot touch your knight.
No, just do something like h1 or h2.
Yeah, exactly. So let's analyze both. What if king h1? Now there is knight f4, retreating back. Why? Just exploiting the fact that if he played just any random move, you have this check. Don't capture here. No, don't capture here. You have even, a quicker checkmate by this check. Okay, so not from here, because he has this move, right? He can block. But from here, guys, queen h3, just yeah, exactly, just exerting this pressure over g2. He can't capture because the pawn is pinned. If he does like that, it will be an illegal move. So after bishop g2, h2, there is queen g2 checkmate, right? So this is the best continuation after king h1. So what if king h2? Once again, knight f4 is the killer move. In both scenarios, knight f4 is the killer move, guys. And if he played once again any random move, what can you do here? In this time,
Queen h3.
yeah, this works because there is no bishop h2 like last variation. So what to do here? Of course, if he come here, you can just capture. But what if king g1?
Knight to e8.
Yes, knight e2.
Knight e2 again.
This is a checkmate, right?
Yes.
And this is another version of suffocation mate once again, guys. Why this is not a smothered mate? Because actually there is a helper, which is the queen in this case. So the queen is the helper of the knight. So whenever there is a helper for the knight, it's not a smothered mate, it's called suffocation mate. But actually, if there is no helper for the knight, and those three squares or those two squares are blocked by his own pieces, I mean by white pieces, so the single knight is delivering checkmate. In this case only, we call it smothered mate. Okay, guys? So thanks for the question and thanks for the additional analysis.